Abraza a tu hermano y no mires el color, que aquí todos somos iguales. Cuanto tú amas, eso es lo que vales.
The reason why I started off the video playing two brothers next to each other singing, and they had the flag on the top. One was Haitian, one was Dominican. They was united and they were singing, is because I got two comments on the video, and for some reason they have been taken off. Maybe both the accounts that wrote them deleted them, or YouTube itself deleted those comments themselves. Although viewers cannot see the comments, I got them in my notification and I wanted to read the comments. The first comment I want to read, which is the one at the bottom, which is from Xavier Gomez, and he commented, "Wrong. The Dominicans want Haiti to prosper. Louis Abinader building hospitals and border towns for the Haitian women to give birth in. Haitian government is corrupt. Dominicans help Haitians more, maybe it says more than the Haitians help themselves or each other, but I'm not able to see the comments. As I say, they have been deleted, but because they popped up in my notifications, I could see a little of what was commented. Starting off the video, addressing those comments first, because I want to show that I will not run away from comment. I will answer and educate at the same time, you know. So him putting that the Haitians are actually getting help from the Dominicans sounds like it's something that's happening behind closed doors, right? Something our enemies will not televise, you know. But all he's saying is what I've been saying from the beginning of the video. I said they're trying to use the Dominicans against the Haitians, but it's not going to work. So I want to thank you for furthering to put a stamp on what I was saying, that we're brothers and sisters, so that plus is not going to work. The Most High exists, man. Niggas need to stop acting like the Most High don't exist. You feel me? The Most High exists, bro. The next comment I want to address, it proves my point literally. And the top comment, Freddie Guzman commented, "How are we brothers if the Dominicans were on the island first?" How are we brothers if the Dominicans were on the island first? Gotta go back to this. Genesis 49 and verse 1. Simeon and Levi are brethren. I'm gonna stop there because that shows how we are brothers. When you read the whole chapter, from verse 1, I was telling you how Jacob, whose sure name is Israel, called 12 sons, and Simeon and Levi is part of Jacob's 12 sons. Simeon, which is the forefather of the Dominicans, Levi, which is our forefathers of the Haitians. God is telling you we're brothers. And he said, how are we brothers if they were on the island first? And I thought about that question, how are we brothers? Let me set this scene, right? My big brothers came to Babylon the Great first, the United States first, right? And then later on, me, my little brother and sister came. You get my point? Does that mean we're not brothers? Because my big brothers was here first and then we came? I'm gonna further stamp of how we are brothers. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Moses is telling us that the Most High will bless us above every nation on the earth if we listen and do his commandments and keep them. If we listen diligently. Let's see if we listen or not. I jump down to verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Because we didn't listen, we had no delight. We did not want to do what God said. We wanted to be exactly like the other nations. We wanted to serve other gods. We wanted to keep their customs and not our customs we received from the Most High. Because obviously, we just read, we would have been blessed above our people. We would not have been slaves, okay? But because we didn't listen, like we're not listening to now, we're cursed. He said, how are we, brethren, if the Dominicans was on the island first? Let's see how. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Right? We were scattered for our disobedience towards God. We did not want to listen. We did not want to serve him. So he scattered us. This is proof that God said we'll be blessed if we listen. This is proof that God said we'll be cursed if we don't listen. The Most High caused us to go into slavery and to be scattered from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. We everywhere. We in China, we in India, you know, we in Egypt, some remained. How can I prove that God is the one that caused us to become slave, to become a lesser people? Because we wanted to act like a lesser people, we became that. I'll jump down to verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way of I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. No man shall save you. Okay? That's how we know that the Most High put a cursing on us for basically cursing him. You know? Saying the hell with what he's saying, the hell with keeping his laws, you feel me? The hell with keeping his commandments. That's what we wanted to do. Come back to keeping the faith in the Most High, or else we never going to get out of here. We gonna keep getting questions like, how are we brothers if they was there first? Because God scattered us all over the world, okay? And also, let's say we are brothers because we right next to each other, okay? That's your next door neighbor. That's also what the scripture mean. You feel me? You gotta know how to read prophecy. You gotta know how to prophesy, you know. So when you read that, you know everything correlates with each other in the scriptures, and then we're able to see it. I just wanted to address those comments first before I get into part 2 of the video. I didn't even do the intro. Welcome back to We React, where we react using Bible facts. Can't wait till we get the intro song. But welcome back to We React. So for part 2, I want to go into short videos again, right? Let me bring them out. I want to go into some short videos and bring out some script. The first video we're going to be reacting to, I believe this one is only 2 minutes long also. It's what happened at the border and what scriptures came to mind when I see it, so we could learn that every word is alive in the Bible.
To supply struggle at the border. As the crisis there continues, thousands of migrants struggling for supplies, some of them going back into Mexico to get food and other necessities, but then being blocked by Border Patrol. The massive group made up of mostly Haitians crowding now under a bridge, hoping to make it to the U.S., but the Biden administration making a major move to send them back home.
You know what stood out to me? They was on horses, right? And it looked just like slavery. Scriptures that came to mind when I first seen that was this. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Wow. Bruh, when I read scriptures and I see them happening, it blows my mind all the time. That's why I love learning the truth and I love knowing the truth. Okay? I have seen servants upon horses, which means he's seen the roles reversed because we did not want to serve the Most High. We became the tail, like the scriptures say, and our enemies has become the head. Okay? That means they are now at the top. We are now at the bottom. Okay? I have seen princes walking as servants. We became the slaves instead of just ruling the world, ruling the earth like it was intended for us to rule the whole earth. But we had to do it in decency and in order. Thou shalt not kill thy neighbor, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not serve other gods. The first commandment, thou shalt not serve other gods. Right? But we wanted to be like the other nations so bad, and look at how we getting treated now. That the servant is the one riding on the horses, riding mighty high. You gotta look up to him when you speak to him. I read scriptures like this that brings me comfort to know that, wow, time's running out. You feel me? We're going to be back up on those horses. And you could believe it, you could see it in no way happening. You could say, nah, that ain't gonna happen. Go die. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna hold nobody's hands. You feel me? I tell you once, tell you twice, then I will treat you like a heathen, just like the scriptures say. You gonna be nothing to me. You feel me? I already don't look for friends or beg for them. You feel me? And especially now I came into the truth. I'm justified. You feel me? I'm not left out of anything. You feel me? I'm not left out of anything. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. The princes, the gods, the kings are now slaves, shackled, neck, foot, because the tables have turned upon us. God said not to mingle with the people around us, but we did, and we're married to our enemies. Okay? And some of them know the truth. Why you think they don't like to see it as much as we don't like to see it? How do you let your enemies, which don't compare to you, we're the strongest, we're the fastest, you feel me? With our culture, we know how to do all these things. We melanated, you feel me? We got hairs of wool. Like, come on, you feel me? And they have tricked you to think that all that is bad, your skin color is bad. They tricked you into really believing that. Open the Bible, open the book and see. Okay? We are made in the beauty of the Most High. If that's a lie, how come we get sun power? We could stay out there. Your enemies can't. They will burn and their blood will show through their skin. They will be red all over like a hairy garment, like the scriptures say. Know the Bible, you feel me? Know the truth, okay? The streets ain't it. Fuck the streets. Fuck all that gang shit, you feel me? I say it over and over again. I don't care about nothing. I never cared about a lot of stuff, but that was for the wrong vibe. I was ready to crash. I used to be ready to crash. I used to know I might die in these streets, and I welcomed it because I didn't care, okay? Because that's how destroyed I was. That's how stupid I was. I was a piece of shit. Okay? I was a piece of shit. It's me. I'm saying this. Look at my face. You didn't hear about it. Niggas want to be in the streets still and not know the truth. It is what it is, man. You feel me? I'm gonna die for this truth. And I'm gonna die teaching this truth. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm ready to die to let my people know we are the best thing walking, breathing, talking, laughing, crying. We the best at anything. We are the best at anything. God chose you. You are a God. You are a king. You are a princess. I can't even say you're a queen because man is not equal to woman. Your enemies told you you are, but God did not say that. And you could die believing that. All of us is just wasting life. That your servants is now ruling you. But that's what we wanted, I guess. You feel me? Because we was warned in the 5th chapter. Came out of Egypt. Walked thousands of miles. Walked long miles. And being warned, don't do this. Don't do this. And we did it. Now it's all about memes, trends, clowning each other, killing each other. We've been manipulated, you know? But that's what we wanted. I promise that's what we wanted. You feel me? That must have been what we wanted. It had to be. You can't tell me it's not because we was warned. We was warned. I'm not gonna cry, baby. Don't cry, baby. We wanted this. Job chapter 30 and verse 8. They were children of fools. Yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And now am I their song? Yeah, I am their byword. There go that word again. They abhor me. They flee far from me and spare not to spit in my face. Your enemy don't care and don't mind spitting in your face. How did they spit in our face? Hands up, don't shoot, boom, they still shoot. That's how they spit in our face. Get 20 years for crossing the wrong side of the street. But then they cross the wrong side of the street, they get a verbal warning. Or, oh, you on the wrong side. That's how they spit in your face. Child Protective Services, come take your kids away. That's how they spit in your face. Okay? My wife just sent me a video of how a dog mauled a man to death because he was an intruder, and they took the dog away from the owner because the dog was doing what it was trained to do. When you come break into somebody's house, that's what you get dogs for. But let that had been one of them, they would have let the owner keep his dog. That's how they spit in our face. They spray our bananas. They spray our coffees. That's how they spit in our face. Okay? You see, Job is saying here they were children of fools. Where did they come from? Look into the history. Don't you know that they had to learn how to bathe? Don't you know that they had to learn how to dress? Don't you know who was in the Caucasus Mountains? But you don't know. But you know the hottest rap song that just dropped. You know the hottest trend. You feel me? You know when them Jordans finna drop. And I love rocking Jordans. But it's not my life. You feel me? I know the truth too. I just choose the truth over bullshit. That's all it is. But you let children of fools, base men, regular men, dumb men. But now the tables have turned, it's reversed. Now I'm their song. Now I'm their song. What does that mean? How are you their song? Is laughing at us. The Star Spangled Banner. The catch a nigga, kill a nigga. I'm their song. I'm their song now. You feel me? We're their songs. We're their byword. Blacks love fried chicken. We're their byword. We're their song. You feel me? Watermelon. Give a nigga a watermelon. Right? We're their byword. We're their song. And they abhor me. They hate us. But they'll tell you they love you, and you'll listen because you don't want to listen to God, who say never trust your enemies. Never trust your enemies. You won't listen to that. You'll marry them. You'll have babies by them. But boy, when that time comes and the God put the spirit, their rightful spirit back on everybody, man, that's gonna be a slaughter. Half of us don't even know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm sharing. You could take it or leave it. But just because you don't believe it, that don't mean nothing. God said, just because you don't believe, does that mean that everything is none effect? Does that make everything null now? He don't believe, then nothing gonna happen to him? God forbid, like the scriptures say.
I will be traveling to the border myself.
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is planning to visit the border to address the crisis at the Del Rio International Bridge. 12,000 migrants waiting, hoping to be processed by U.S. immigration authorities into the U.S.
It is challenging. It is heartbreaking, but we are addressing it.
We're working around the clock to expeditiously move migrants out of the heat elements and from underneath this bridge to our processing facilities in order to quickly process and remove individuals from the United States consistent with our laws and our policies.
Now, those men could be doing their job, right? But I heard a lot of R this. We're working around the clock. We're doing this. We're doing that. R. We. Like you aligned and you approve of what's happening to your people. Because I heard two Hispanic sounding names. You ever notice that when something happens, they send someone of their own people, I would say, to go take care of the situation? Right? It looks better, right? It's one of them. Oh, it's nothing but Haitians over there. Let's send their people. Let's send their brother to go speak on the situation, because they know how it will look like when they say we're the ones doing it. We're kicking them off. We're sending them back. No, they send us to go tell us, you can't come here. You feel me? It's strategic. It's because they sleep and die. When I was hearing that, nah, they could be men just doing their job. You feel me? Everybody gotta eat. They got mouths to feed. They, but that still didn't stop the scripture from creeping up in my mind. Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Now, when you continue to read that scripture, it tells you that all that agreement you made with death, with all that was going on, with hell, the struggle of your people going through hell and all that, when you come and say, yeah, we are going to send them back, you feel me? According to our policies, they can't stay, or this, or that, or that. My daddy sent me to tell you, you can't come. My daddy, master, we sick. That's what came to my head. You feel me? When the overflowing scourge shall pass, it shall not come unto us. That's what you think, because the time is going to come. They will have no regards for none of that bull. You feel me? You could have served in the army. Oh, you look like them? You gotta go too. Okay? Everybody is going to get put to death while we partying and twerking and setting trends and rapping about shooting the ops block, smoking this person in my lungs, smoking that person, smoking that ops. While we doing all that, distracted, they're getting ready. And I thank God. You feel me? I thank God for stuff like that. Gotta be real with you. Because I know what time it is. If I die, at least I'm dying knowing the truth. You feel me? At least I die knowing, if it's in the Most High will, I gotta go, I'm gonna go. I know what time it is already. I'm not stupid. I know what time it is. Y'all don't. And some of us refuse to want to know what time it is. Some of us refuse to learn the truth. But the first thing you're going to scream is, God, God, help me. I got a video just like that I'm going to bring out later on too that broke my heart when I seen it. But let's get through this first video.
Process and remove individuals from the United States consistent with our laws and our policies.
This could be the fastest, largest-scale deportation of migrants and refugees in 29 years, mostly made up of Haitian nationals crowding the Mexican border. Setting up camp underneath the bridge in Texas, they started crossing the Rio Grande into Del Rio, Texas, a town of about 35,000 that's about 145 miles west of San Antonio almost 3 weeks ago. Many of these Haitians left their homes after the devastating 2010 earthquake, and after years of living in South America, many started the long trip to the U.S. border. Instead of making it into the U.S., they're being sent back home to Haiti. More than 300 migrants landing back in Port-au-Prince Sunday, and more flights planned this week. Immigration officials say those being sent back are not happy.
For them, Haiti is hell. For them, Haiti is the problem.
The Department of Homeland Security secretary says those leaving Haiti due to the assassination of the Haitian president in July or August's deadly earthquake would not be covered by temporary protected status.
We have watched very carefully the conditions in Haiti, and we made a decision that temporary protected status was appropriate and that it should be extended to people who are resident here in the United States as of July 29th. And we made it very, very clear that people arriving after that date would in fact be repatriated. That is indeed what we are doing.
And immigration is one of the many topics President
That is
Biden is
indeed
expected
what
to
we
address
are doing.
in his first time speaking to the United Nations in New York later today. Another issue, the failed deadly drone strike in Afghanistan and the chaos caused by pulling out of the country now led by the Taliban.
Hey, man. It's funny how that news clip was talking about the Haitians, and right after that, they strategically mention what's going on with Afghanistan, but those same people they let come and stay here. That's how they spit in our face, like the scriptures say. Wake up or die. I don't got time for the bullshit, for the nonsense. Wake up or die. Know your enemy, or just let him kill you. Okay? Or listen to God and live like I'm trying to live. Because I see what time it is. I see through the bullshit. Okay? Strategically bringing that up, right? Now, notice there was like 12,000 people, and they sent a lot back and said, we're not happy with Haiti. For some people, Haiti is hell. Haiti is this. Haiti, we love to cry wolf, but we don't like to listen. You feel me? I know some of the things I be saying sound harsh. I don't want to tell you that I care. It sounds harsh. But I want to tell you that I care. That is the truth. We don't like to listen. I didn't like to listen until it was too late. Until I was breathing to a tube and eating through my stomach. I didn't like to listen. Okay? I was all about running these streets. And my brother kept telling me, yo, you are Israelite. Okay? I'm trying hard not to let my emotions show, but I'm passionate about my people. Right? My brother kept telling me I'm an Israelite. Did I want to listen? Nope. I wanted to run the street, pull up in the club. I wanted to ride around with sticks all day. I wanted to be on some, that nigga play with me. We all gonna die up in here. I was on straight bullshit. But guess what? As soon as I was in that hospital bed, guess who I was calling on? Yeah. I was a fuck nigga. Cause that's some fuck nigga shit. To not wanna listen until it's too late. Now I'm just with a whole neck brace. Can't move left, can't move right. Wanna know when I'm gonna get better, if I'm gonna get better. All type of bullshit. You feel me? Cause I didn't wanna listen. And the nigga think I wanna come back to the streets. Nigga think I wanna go back to, I don't wanna die. You feel me? Cause when you read scriptures, no one ever dies for real. We come back. But I'm not trying to come back to eternal torment. Like the scriptures say. Keep thinking it's a game. But I also know many are called and few are chosen. So if you think this is all bullshit, you could possibly not be chosen. You could possibly just gonna die. Because many are called, few are chosen. Wake up. You feel me? And we keep looking to the enemy for help. We keep looking to the enemy for justice. But we never look to God. I used to never look to God. I used to think I'm going to get it. I'm going to make this money in the streets. I'm a man. Sorry, yo. But that was me. That was my mindset. The best thing that ever happened to me was my downfall. Was being told I'm never gonna walk and talk again. Best thing that happened to me. Because in my affliction, I seeked him early, like the scriptures say. Right? When I got it down bad, when I hit an all times low, that's when I start looking for God. So none of us is going to listen until something dramatic happens. We are a drama-loving people. We are a dramatic people. God knows that. You feel me? That's why he said in our affliction, we're going to seek him early. You feel me? God's willing that he be there for you watching this video. But he do send people like me to be an example, to warn. God is me and my brother always say God is the biggest RICO case worker ever. I'm telling you, he gonna let you kill as many niggas you want, smoke as many ops you want. He gonna let you sell as many drugs you want, become kingpin, big boy and big bodies. He gonna let you do all that. So when it's time for him to cut you off, that's why in Deuteronomy 32, verse 39, he said, "See now that I am he, and there's no God with me. I kill, I make alive." God is the one that kills. God is the one that gives life, not the devil, like we've been told in church. And we be thinking that the devil got as much power as God, when God created the devil. God created Satan. But you don't want to hear that. Run back to your church, die with your pastor, or learn the truth here. Because you gonna get nothing. If I ever lie on the truth, then my brain should be blown out. If I ever lie on God, I deserve to burn forever when the judgment comes. We've been going long. The Haitians came for help from their enemies, right? Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes has yet failed for our vain help. Vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. We looking to the enemy for help, and they can't save us. My big brother was just telling me that on that journey, they had to walk 7,000 miles to make it. Okay? They seen people eaten by a snake. They seen people eaten by lions. And my brother told me he was asking his homeboy, why didn't you guys just go back then? If the journey was so rough, he said, yo, it was worse to go back than not to keep going. Something like Exodus, right? But that was today. That was in this time. You feel me? And I was telling my brother, God said he will require the times of the old, because his judgment is like unto a ring. Feel me? So God was with who he was with in that journey for them to get to the Texas border to enter into the United States. And some did not make it. That's what you don't know. That journey was tough. That journey was rough. And because I'm reading the Bible, and because I believe, as soon as my big brother told me that, it reminded me of Exodus immediately, because I read all the things we was going through, how the serpents came and bite many, and many died. So my big brother was telling me that his cousin is on the journey, was on the journey to come here. This shit real life. Shit not a TV. Life is not a TV screen. You might be watching me on the internet, but it's real life. Real life prophecy from the Bible is happening as real as day. If you wake up, slap yourself and tell yourself this is real life. You feel that slap felt as real as day. Hug your wife, hug your kids, and see if they real. And if they feel as real as they, then know that what God said and says in the Bible is happening as real as those kids feeling your arm, as real as your wife feeling your arm, as real as that slap to your face felt. This is not TV. I've lived it. I've seen it. You feel me? I used to think shit was TV all the time. That's just being realistic. Oh no. Not till you go through it. We all got that well, it didn't happen to me spirit. We all got that. You feel me? I would say me, not no more, because I've been through some things. You feel me? When somebody is telling me something where most people will be like, damn, that's crazy, dog. That happened. All that happened? Wow, that's crazy, dog. I put myself in those people's shoes for real, so I could feel them more, so I could understand more. That's a gift from God, and I thank God for it every day. That I stop and I listen and I put myself in that person's shoe. I start thinking, damn, what would I have been thinking in a situation like that? Damn, what would I have done? Shit, that's tough, yo. When my homeboy told me he came home and just saw his mom slumped over, and he kept hitting his mom like, Mom, wake up, what you doing? He started laughing, but she's gone, she's dead, and he had to see that. I immediately put myself in his shoe, because this is real life. You feel me? And I know we all been through so much, we seen so much, we survived so much that we become like hard inside. We become immune to a lot of things, right? But Remember compassion. Put yourself in somebody's shoe. But I remember compassion. And I forgave niggas. You feel me? Not because I'm soft. Right? But I know so much, learn so much of what really matters. The truth, the Bible, God. Because I learned so much and know so much, I'm able to look at somebody and their situation and tell them the realest shit they ever heard and think it means nothing. They just like, okay. Nobody understand my pain. Feel me? We all don't understand everybody's pain until we're going through that same thing. Picture your little brother go missing. But yet you making fun of niggas who's missing their brothers. Picture your father dead. Picture your brother got shot up. But yet you able to make fun of niggas' brothers who got shot up. You able to say you smoking them. I know that time is gonna come and the Most High just gonna be like, oh, now you gonna be asking for help. You gonna be crying and panicking. All that gonna be you. And God's gonna be like, oh. And I already don't feel nothing. But I wanna clarify, I don't feel nothing for stubbornness. If I'm telling you, like, you're this, you're that, you don't want to listen. When that time comes, I will be colder than a brick of ice and just look at you. I got a homie facing some dark shit right now. Don't know whether they're gonna give him 20 years or not. I feel nothing. I look at niggas like blood because they are my blood. But we don't learn till it's too late. I gotta keep reminding myself that so I could feel something, so I could be more compassionate. You feel me? But we don't learn until it's too late because we all think it's cool to fuck these hoes. We all think it's cool to make this money. We all think it's cool to ride them whips. And that's how we've been bamboozled, tricked by the enemy. Sorry for this long rant. I don't know what I'm gonna name this part because it's like no point of not uploading this because I've already brought out some scriptures of how we let the heathen rule us now. How we came long journey to look for help and they sent us right back. Right here in the scriptures is saying that. As for us, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help. Vain help, meaning there is no help. It's vain, it's stupid, it's ridiculous, it's non-existent. That there is help. That's vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. We've been looking for that help. Verse 18, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. Remember how I told you God speaks in subliminals? could believe it, or you could stay asleep. Because God always says stuff like this to let you know what time it is. Right? Our persecutors, who persecute us? Who had us for slaves? Who shoots us dead in the street? No justice, no peace. Who's giving us 20 years when you should get 1 month? Who's persecuting that? Who's putting the drugs in the neighborhood? The guns. Right? Who's firing the blacks and Hispanics at an alarming rate? Who's taking food out of our children's mouth? Right? Those people are the persecutors, and they are swifter than the eagle. Peep game. They are swifter than the eagles of the heaven, the sky. Swifter than the eagles. Anyways, they pursue us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. Wow. Psalms 14 verse 7. All that hate me whisper together against me, against you, blacks, Hispanics, and natives. Against me do they devise my hurt. They plotting on your hurt, your destruction, how it can stop you. Everybody don't want to listen to God. This for the enemy. Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. That scripture is saying, enjoy it for now. Enjoy your kingdom. Enjoy being top. You feel me? Enjoy all that for now. Because that time is coming where he's going to make you naked. Meaning he's going to show you out to be the devil that you are, the deceiver that you are. Okay? He's going to expose you, make you naked. Okay? That's why I say rejoice and be glad right now. But I got some words of comfort that I wrote for this class also. Comfort for the blacks, Hispanics, and natives. Lamentations chapter 3 and verse 24. The Lord is my portion, saith my soul. Therefore will I hope in him. The Lord is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. Yeah, we got it bad. Yeah, things is crazy for us. But wait on the Lord. But it also say, the one that seeketh him, to the soul that seeketh him, they shall find him. But to the soul that just want to party all day, get drunk, fuck bitches, get money, or fuck niggas, get money. You know what time it is. Be real with yourself.